Hey guys, I just want to touch base with you about your second week and kind of how what you've been working on in week one will translate into week two. A couple of things I want to talk to you about. One, I put this in the syllabus, but I don't know if I've talked to you about it specifically yet. And that is, you will have 5 drop grades in the daily category, which will cover outlines, separate works cited assignments, anything with grammar, anything that is not a final copy of an essay. So let's say, for example, this week we had several quizzes for you to complete. Let's say you did, I don't remember how many we had total, maybe 6 or 5, and you did 3 out of the 5 or 3 out of the total number. The ones you didn't do will go toward your 5 drop grades, so they don't count against you. What I don't do is open up assignments for whatever reasons. These include unexcused, like you just forgot, or even excused, where you have, now it's different if you show me documentation. Some of these things can be made up, but the 5 drop grades in the daily category is there to help you. So, if you don't turn in an outline, which I don't recommend at all because the outline is the building block for this essay 1, it's really important that you do that. Remember, it's due tonight by 11:59 to Canvas. But I'm just letting you know that you do have 5 drop grades. So to talk to me about reopening an assignment is not as helpful simply because 5 of your lowest grades will not be counted against your final average at the end. So, if you ask me to open up an assignment again, what I will tell you is you have 5 drop grades. One of those drop grades will help cover this missed assignment. The other thing is pay very close attention to your assignments this week. You have 2 that are due on Wednesday. One is a draft. It's not your entire paper. It's only 2 paragraphs. Really important that you get those into me so that I can give you feedback. You may be able to turn it in late, but I won't be able to give you feedback, and that's what you're really going to want more than the grade for it. The other thing is your final copy is due this coming up next Sunday night at 11:59. You may turn those in late, but they're 5 points a day, and I can guarantee you that when you have that feeling of I'll just turn it in late, those points will accumulate fast, and plus you'll be required to do whatever we're doing that week as well, so you can get really overloaded quickly. So try your very best to get the assignments in on time for your sanity. So let me talk to you a little bit about this week. Couple of things you need to do. One, you need to keep reading Misery. If you look right here, you'll see there's the link for the novel. You can click on that and start reading it. You need to have it read by the end of the semester because we will have a final exam on the book itself. So you can pace yourself anyway, but you need to know that at the end of our 8-week course, you need to have that read. The second thing you need to do is pay attention. We have 2 proctored exams in here. The first one is coming up very soon. It starts Monday, June 17th through June 23rd. So it's pretty much a Monday through a Sunday that you can take that. You have to click on Smarter Proctoring, which is right here. Now, I did work on Smarter Proctoring today, and so they're in there. You may go ahead and make your appointment. Once you click on Smarter Proctoring, it's very easy to follow the instructions to get your appointment scheduled. You also can go ahead and make your one for your final exam, which is at the very end of our course, Monday, July 22nd through the 26th. Guys, you can't take these at your leisure. You have to take them during those deadlines. So make sure you make your appointment, you make note of that appointment, and then you actually go. The third thing is you need to watch the film Misery. We're going to deal with Misery this whole entire semester, but your first proctored exam, which is Essay 2, is dealing with the movie version of Misery exclusively. So you don't need to take notes. You don't need to do anything like that. You'll just need to actually watch it. I would suggest you watch it more than once. Okay, I'm not going to ask you things that are difficult. You're pretty much doing a film review of the film, so you just need to be aware of maybe the main characters, what happens in the film. Just mentally take some notes in your head about it and you will be fine. But you got to watch it, and I would say maybe watch it more than once. If you look here, that's the link. You will have to put in your Heinz ID and password, and it does tell you on that page the IT number to call in case you can't get in to watch the film. Okay, so let's talk about this week. The only thing funky about this week is you will have 2 assignments due on Wednesday. And I'm just going to deal with the first assignment in this recording, and that is the draft. Okay, the draft is important because you get to have my feedback. I can help you do well on your essay. Okay, not turning it in doesn't help you out at all. Okay, it is important. So the first thing here, and it's only 2 paragraphs. You can turn in to me the whole entire essay if you want to, but that may be kind of hard to do by Wednesday. I only want 2 paragraphs, and what I'd really like is the intro and your first body paragraph. Okay, that would give me a good feel for what's going on, and plus your second and third body paragraphs are pretty much just like your first one, except you're switching maybe devices, and you're definitely switching to a second and third trailer. So if you kind of have a good feel for body paragraph 1, you're probably going to be good with body paragraphs 2 and 3. Okay. All right. So the first thing I've included in here is an actual PowerPoint where I've taken some old essays from other students and shown you good ones. So here is an intro that was really good. Here's another one that's pretty good. A couple of things to do. Make sure you mention Stephen King in the thesis. Remember, I'm going to give you a whole lot of stuff to look at. You can use my thesis and you can use my topic sentences. The rest are models, and the rest has to be your own original words. All right, here's another intro. See, it's not as long as that one, but they're both very good. Here is another intro that's decent. There's a lot of mistakes, so you might want to look and see kind of what they did so you don't do that. This one is another little intro. So there's a bunch of intros. Here's the first body paragraph, and it was a really good one. Here's one that's not so great. Maybe see what they did. It just gives you a whole lot of examples of different and I probably would click on the link so that you can see everything. I think some of the comments I have on here are not showing up. This one is what not to do. It talks about It, which is one of the trailers for Stephen King, and he talks about how parents should not let their children watch this film. Not at all what our topic is. What you're doing is you're looking for things from that handout and from last week's PowerPoint, things that give you that element of suspense. So real close-up of the clown's face. Yeah, that's kind of scary. That contributes to suspense. Some of you mentioned things in your outlines that have already turned them in. You say stuff like Stephen King's name is mentioned. Okay, well, why is that important? How does that give us a sense of suspense? Well, he is the greatest suspense and horror writer. So you would know that if his name is used, it's one of his works, then it's definitely going to be good and worth your time and definitely suspenseful. All right, and then here's some advice for final copy. So this is just a PowerPoint that gives you some examples of what to do and some examples of what not to do in your paper. Okay, so after that, I've given you a template. Now, if you click on the Essay 1 draft assignment right here, you'll see this template. That's where you'll find it, or you can simply download it right here. Now, I have really, in written form, told you what to do. You'll probably read through this, and then you'll probably delete a lot of it and put your own stuff in there. You will keep all of this and change your name, that kind of thing, to the correct things. But you're going to be doing this paragraph and the first body, okay? Now, if I'm a student and I get here, I am going to go to my outline that I turned in. Now, your outlines, I look at them to make sure you're on the right path, but really the drafts are what I'm concerned with the most. But if you go back to your outline, so let me say this, whether you completed your outline or not, you better have an outline with you as you work on your draft and then as you work on your final copy, because I designed that outline so that you're able to write your draft and your final copy with ease. Okay, if you try to do this without your outline as a guide, it's going to be a hot mess. Okay, so please do that. All right, if you go, you'll see, well, I did this one. This is actually the body paragraph. I didn't show you the the intro. But anyway, if I'm doing my first body paragraph, that's my first sentence. That's my second and third sentence. There's the rest. I'm pretty much copying and pasting all of this and making it into a paragraph. If you go back and look at your outline, the first 5 boxes, they should have a sentence in each. You put them as your first intro body paragraph, okay? So look back at your outline, go through, and box number 1 becomes sentence number 1 in your intro. Box 2 becomes sentence 2. Box 3, sentence 3. Box 4, sentence 4. And then that last box is your thesis, and that needs to be the last sentence in that intro paragraph. And then you pick up here. First sentence, first couple of sentences, next sentences, end it with that. Oh, I didn't mean to do all that. Okay. All right, so as you work on your draft, save it, and then you need to submit it right here. Remember that getting it to me by Wednesday night, 11:59, I will probably get it back to you Thursday. That's my goal, is to give you back your draft so that you can work on that. And you need to keep working on it because your final copy of the entire essay is going to be due Sunday night. But I want to make sure that you get your draft back so that you can ask me questions. You can take time to correct your essay 1 draft and make that into your final copy. Okay? And then when you get ready, that's where you turn it in. And I will do a separate recording to show you how to do your second Wednesday assignment, which is your Works Cited page. Okay? All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.